Hello guys, today we are going to discuss about the use of date command in Linux. To be updated with all our upcoming videos, subscribe to the channel and press the bell button to receive notifications of the recent video. So the objectives for today are: first we are going to discuss the basics of date command. Next we are going to understand certain options that we can use with date command. For example, if you want to get the output in a format of your own choice, then how we can do it. And finally, we are going to test our understanding by discussing some questions. So do watch the video till the end. So the date command is used to print or set the system date and time. The syntax is date followed by options and then an optional format string. We will discuss the options and the format later in the video. Now let's see in practice how we use the date command. So just type date and press enter. The output is in a fixed format and the format is weekday followed by month, date, time, time zone and year. Now this is a fixed format. You will always get the output in this format only. So the first question that comes to our mind is how we might change this format. Like you do not want the time zone, or you just want the day, month and year, or only time or date and time. So if you remember that there was something as format in the syntax of the date command. So the first thing that we are going to do is change this format. Now in addition to date, we will write plus sign followed by the sequence of strings that you require. For every element that you want, there is an alphabet for it. For example, percentage small d is for day, percentage small b is for month, and percentage capital Y is for year. So you just pause the video and type this command to see the change in the output. Now, the question comes, how do we know what alphabet stands for which element? So for that, we need to open the manual page, scroll down, and you will see the full list here. Percentage small a will print the abbreviated weekday name. Percentage capital A will print full weekday name. Similarly, percentage small b will print abbreviated month name, and percentage capital B will print full month name. So you can find here the symbol to be used for any element that you can think of. Now let's try a couple of examples. So we will print full weekday followed by full month name and then year. The command will be date space plus sign, then within double quotes percentage capital A for full weekday space percentage capital B for full month space percentage capital Y for year, and then press enter. There you go. Answer as required. You can cross check with the current date that the output is correct. Do not get confused that your output is different from mine, as the date of recording of this video is different. Now let's try printing just the time. So I type date plus double quotes percentage capital H and percentage capital M. Now play around a little bit and test yourself by answering these questions. First question is to print the date as full month name followed by last two digits of the year. So the answer is date plus percentage capital B and percentage small y. Now try the next one. Abbreviated weekday, arrow sign, abbreviated month, double column, hours, colon, minutes. The answer is date plus percentage A, then the arrow sign as such, percentage B, double colon, percentage capital H, colon, percentage capital M. So whatever special symbol that you want in the output should be written as such within the double quotes. Next, we are going to learn some options that are used with the date command. So the first option is about how to display the date of your choice. The answer is -d option. Now by default, date prints the current system date. So whatever is the date today. But what if you want to know the date for tomorrow or next Friday or next year and so on? So we can use the -d option along with the reference strings like mentioned here. Now let's try them out. So you write date -d tomorrow and it gives you the date and time of the next day. Similarly, if you write date -d 2 days, this will give you the date of 2 days in the future. In the same manner, you can try some other strings like next year, previous year, next Friday and so on. Now let's try out these questions. What was the date yesterday? So the answer is date -d yesterday. Next, what was the date 2 days ago? So I hope you got this correct. The answer is date -d within double quotes 2 days ago. Double quotes are important if you are writing multiple words. Like for yesterday it was not necessary, but here since we are going to write 2 days ago, there is space. So double quotes are necessary in this case. Now sometimes you might want to print a list of dates. So what we can do? So you can store those in a file and then use the -f option to print all the dates mentioned in the file. So if there are a long list, then what we can do, rather than typing the dates again and again, we can store those dates in a file. For this, you need to create a file and write a list of dates. So I'm going to create a file date.txt using the nano editor and write 3 date strings. Save and exit. Now run the date -f date file command. You get an output corresponding to each string in the file date.txt. So I have mentioned 3 strings in the file and here I am getting 3 outputs, one for each of the strings. Now try out one question. If you have noticed, the date by default displays the time as per your region's time zone, like Indian Standard Time in my case. Now what if you want to see the time with reference to GMT, the Greenwich Mean Time? For this we have the option -R. With date, you can see the time zone is IST, but if I use -R, then the output is a little different. And in the end you see +530, which is the time difference of Indian Standard Time with respect to the GMT or the Greenwich time. Now 5:30 is 5 hours 30 minutes. So IST is 5 hours 30 minutes ahead of the GMT. That's why it is plus. Okay, so depending upon the time zone, it will be either plus or minus. The next option is to display the modification time of a file. So if you want to know or you want to display when the file was last modified, we can use the -r option. Now I want to know the modification time of the file date.txt. So I write the command date -r in this case date.txt. Now the output shows me that the file was last modified on 27th July at 10:20 p.m. The last option is to set or to change the date, and the option is -s. But remember, to use this option, you need to have root privileges and the format will be year followed by month, date, then there is space and then hours and minutes. And also this change will be a temporary change only. You will not permanently change the time. So let's try it out. Write sudo. Sudo is for giving or running the command as the root user. Sudo date minus s, and then the year, month, date, which is 15 in this case, and then the time 9:45. So 9:45 means it is AM. Now fill in the password because you are running the sudo mode, so you need to give the password, and then we get the desired output. So that's all about the date command. Hope you have understood the use. Now let us try two more questions. Question 1. What was the day on 1st Jan 2000? So I only want to know the day, means either it was Sunday, Monday or Tuesday, whatever. Now what will be the answer? Just pause the video and then try it out. Yes, so I hope you have got the answer. You need to know two things for this. First thing is it's a date of my choice. This means that I will use the minus D option. Next, from the output, you need to get just the day. Just remember how we use the plus sign to get a particular element out of the date. So the answer here will be date minus T, and then you write in double quotes 1st Jan 2000, and now I just need the day. So I am going to write plus percentage A. Either you write capital A or you write small a, the output will be same. Just the difference will be either you are going to get the full weekday or you are going to get the abbreviated weekday. Try it out and you will get the answer as Saturday. Now try this second question on your own, and if you have any doubts, please mention in the comment section. That's it for today. For further details, please visit this link. Don't forget to subscribe and share. Keep watching DixTutor.